The other day I hit jackpot at the thrift store. I found 2 vintage hand embroidered pillowcases for $1 a piece, and I snatched them, but they're in very bad condition. So I'm gonna use my grandmother's recipe that she used everywhere to lift any kind of stain and see if I actually can bring them to life. Hello there, my name is Lisa. This is the Girl Miss Yarn. In this channel, we talk a lot about knitting, but we also talk a little bit about sewing, cooking, thrifting, among other stuff. And today we're gonna do a little bit of home ed. So welcome to my channel. I'm really glad you're here, and let's get to today's episode. I don't know about you, but I was one of those kids that went to a birthday party and it will be back with everything that I had to drink or eat smear on my dress. And my grandmother used to roll her eyes and then make this little paste, brush it in, wait a little bit, and she lifted every single stain every single time. And she not only used it in my clothes, but she used it in everywhere where she thought it was fitting, and never thought anything about it, never pay attention to it, never used it. My mom never used it. So a couple years later, I was commissioned a christening gown, and this commission was big. It was $1,000 I was charging this person to make this christening gown. It was like really long. I did open work on it, and then I hand embroidered my own design all over. My mom was commissioned to make the lace, and she made, you know, the lace, the gown was amazing. I wanted like a really thin marking pen to make the embroidery design, and I went to my craft shop and I bought a purple one, but I didn't read the instructions. So I went home, I mark everything up, I embroider it, and in between embroideries I will go and iron it. And I didn't read the instructions then again, and when it said not to iron because you will set the ink down. So I didn't know. I finished it up. I did everything and anything that you can imagine to this christening gown. It was gorgeous. When I wet it to get rid of the ink markings, it all turned brown. I cannot even talk about it because I'm just, to this day, I'm just like struggling. I was devastated. I thought there was nothing I could do to lift this thing. I did everything, and I used silk thread to do the embroidery, so I was really trying not to use Clorox for it or bleach, right? So I went to the grocery store and I bought everything that you can imagine. OxyClean. I had so many things, and nothing will lift this stain until one night a light bulb turned on in my head, and I got the ingredients for my grandmother's paste, which is not her original recipe. I've seen this before, but I went and made this paste, brushed it in, placed the christening gown out in the sun, and it disappeared, the whole thing. Number one, we're gonna use a very simple bar of soap. This is an ivory soap, but you can use whatever bar of soap that has no colorants, no fragrance, or no additives. You want it as simple as they come, okay? And to that, we're gonna splash a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. I can never say the word. I have always a couple of bottles of these in my house, and I got this one at the dollar store. I placed the bar in a shallow dish, and we are going to need a little brush. So I got this toothbrush at a hotel because I left my toothbrush, and I sent Carlos to get me a toothbrush. He came back with it, and I was just like, can you go and ask for another one? Because this is perfect. You want a toothbrush that has nothing fancy. You don't want them too hard, and you don't want kind of like any like of those gum whatever. You just want like a baby toothbrush, or in this case this hotel toothbrush works perfectly. The fifth element that you're gonna need, and that one is free, I hope, but you just need the sun. So we are going to do the paste, and it's pretty much the combination of the hydrogen peroxide and the ivory soap. So what I do, I put it on that dish, shallow dish, and I squirt a little bit of the hydrogen peroxide on top, and with my little brush I just use this water to start making some kind of just a paste. So that's it. You see here there's the soap mix, and you want to keep adding the water or the peroxide to it, and then apply it and gently rub it in. So I never go right on top. I sometimes just rub it in like 45-degree very gently, or I sweep it side to side, or I even do like a little circle there. So just to get the stain from all angles. Now to the two pillowcases. Both of them each was $1. This one is a canvas and is an on, or like, you know, natural color. It was embroidered with wool, and this one had a crochet edging that is unraveling, and I don't like crocheting at all, but I may need to take that out and redo it. There's a stain, I don't know if you can see it right here, but this one is not as bad as the other. The one that I am so intrigued to see how it's going to end up is this one. This one is everything and more. This was so well used. I don't know if you can see right there the big stain that it has. This is all hand embroidered with wool, and it doesn't have any edging, but I don't know if you can see all the peeling and all that wear. So this is gonna be the main item that we're going to work on, or I'm going to work on, and I think there's a lot of grime in this one, so I'm going to go ahead and start by washing this with my homemade soap. Soak it really well, see if I can take any superficial stains out, and then we will start with the actual bleaching, cleaning, all that. So I'm so excited. Are you excited? I hope you are. I cannot get this water to clear at all. It's still kind of like a weird color. I don't know if it's clean or not, or if it's just the wool that is bleeding a little bit, because we have some yellows in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it soak just for a little bit, and then just start with my paste, because right now I don't see any of the stains lifting. It looks a little bit clear, it looks a little bit whiter. It was actually very dirty, but yeah, let's just let this soak for a little bit. So I brought it in and it looks quite good. I will have to say I'm gonna lift it. I don't know if it's going to be, yeah. So this is the front. Okay, this is the front, this is the back. The front was worst. And right now you can see the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the paste out and then work on the back, and I will be back to the front and see if it still needs any kind of extra foam or paste to lighten up a little bit, but so far it looks quite good. So I think I need a pat in the back. I think that's it. It took me a couple of washes to get this quite clean, but I will have to say it's night and day. Okay, so let me get this to dry and we'll pick it up later. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I let it air dry on my porch last evening, and last night we had a storm, so I brought it in and let it hang in my laundry room. It's completely dry and I am speechless. There's some areas that I can go back and work a little bit harder on them, but because we had so much raised, and I don't know if you can see, the embroidery is a little raised. I didn't want to go with my brush too harsh and then kind of like disrupt that. All the big stains are out. The back, you guys remember, it was nasty and it's so good. So now we have all that peeling out, so I'm gonna go take a shaving, just like a razor, and go ahead and do it manually, just like peel it off like old-fashioned way, or use a razor. I don't like using razors because I have nicked things before, and especially things like this, you want to be a little bit more cautious. But I'm gonna try it. If not, I'm gonna hand pick all that. Besides that, I only have to do the insert of the pillow, and there's like a little, I don't know if you can see here, thing unraveling. I'm gonna go bring it in and secure it in the back, and then check everything in the back. There's another one right here that I don't want to even pull. So let me do that, and then I will show you. Like, it's insane. what I found was this lumbar pillow, and I didn't want to like find a fabric and then fill it up. I wanted it to be done. This one has a zipper on the side, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open the zipper up and then I'm going to cut it so it's the length that I need. This is 14 by 28 and I need it 15 by 22.
Bailando en la disco la canción soltera. La canción soltera, yeah. Se ve que ella no está puesta para el amor. Yeah, yeah. Pero eso cambiará cuando ella me vea acá. Porque lo sepas. Porque ella me ha cupido a pedirle un favor. Yeah, 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 yeah. Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me bese ya y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras hacer. Repetiría una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer. Y yo lo quiero, ya no va conmigo. Ya quiero ese hombre que me sepa amar, que me además de novia también sea amigo. Su susto no veo, qué casualidad. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente mágico solo al abrazarte. Tú has prendido esa llama que arde. Qué rico es tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Sé que de locos, pero yo te amo. Yo ya no sé ni decirte. Esperando tu DM, pa' que invites una ronda más, pa' que su labio me bese ya y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM, pa' que la noche haga lo suyo, que la fluidez le gane al orgullo y que sea lo que tú quieras hacer. Es que todas tus amigas te dicen nada. Yo voy a llorar un río como maná. Baby, a ti te adoro y lo sabes bien, y me aseguro no te dieran otra vez. No me digas que no, es que el miedo lo jode. Lo que tuvo sentido por mi bebé, yo pa' ti estoy. No puedo vivir sin eso, sin tus caricias y tus besos. Qué rico tocar tu piel, pero más rico es el poder conectarse. Se siente